It's my day.
Please take me out of the lake! Why is it so hard?
And you're acting like an 11-year-old that didn't get the toy from Walmart.
Why can't I ever go? Why?
Your ex-husband took half your stuff? Yes. Goat. How much you make a year? Or how much did you make a year? Quality rules.
I'm so sick and tired of fighting for my rights. I've had 50-50 since January 27th of 2022. I've never missed a date. I've never missed anything.
If you considered the ramifications of throwing away your marriage and tearing your family apart before deciding to divorce your husband, not only would you not be in this situation, but your child wouldn't have to deal with their parents' dysfunctional interactions with one another.
But talking at work turned into texting at home, and then pictures and videos, and then trying to sneak some alone time with him. I knew that it was wrong, but it made me feel so alive, and my husband had not made me feel like that in years. He was wrong just for breathing most days. He would get so upset with how I was treating him, and I would just wait and egg him on into losing it because I knew it would happen eventually. I knew that I was right because he was wrong. He was at his weakest, and that was when I chose to tell him that I wanted a divorce. He was broken, but I was free. I could do whatever I wanted without having to feel any guilt or answer to anybody. It was an amazing feeling of freedom.
The same story is extremely common with women getting bored with their husbands. So they cheat on him, then divorce him, and tear their family apart without a care in the world for how they destroyed that man's life. They usually end up regretting their actions later, but that doesn't matter since the damage has already been done.
How old are you?
35.
I don't believe you now.
You don't? Because I look younger.
You look older.
Woo!
Women need someone better than them, smarter than them, fitter than them, bigger than them, more inspiring than them, more successful than them. Otherwise, where's the attraction?
The double alpha is like the regular alpha, but double. That means he's 12 feet tall with a 12-pack and he makes 12 figures. So what do you do if you're a pathetic regular alpha?
I'm asking. Maybe some women don't mind, but I mind. I need to be inspired by the guy, otherwise I'll eat them for breakfast.
It's 2023 and your options are either be this or get eaten.
Can you define hypergamy?
Hypergamy? No, can you define it for me?
Yes. So hypergamy essentially is the act of marrying up somebody who you believe is more successful than you.
Right.
So which gender do you believe uses hypergamy more?
I think it depends on the situation.
Okay, but in general though, which gender do you believe practices hypergamy more?
Again, I think it depends.
What does it depend on?
I think that you're taking this way out of context, to be honest.
How am I taking it out of context by asking you a question?
You're trying to prove that you are better than women with these interviews.
By asking questions?
Yes.
What's the logic behind that?
That was a very defensive response and an excuse to not answer his question. She knows the answer, but doesn't want to answer the question because she knows it would make her look bad if she told the truth.
I am unequivocally convinced that me doing TikTok is ruining my dating life, and here's why.
We don't care.
Help!
What's going on?
Babe, help me!
I got you, but I need you to do something for me.
What?
Admit you were wrong.
Never.
See, I knew it.
People ask me like why I don't go on dates or why I'm not dating anybody. It's honestly simple, and it's because I hate this generation. I live in a generation or an era of Netflix and chill, which is considered a date. I live in a generation where people consider dating someone as talking. I live in a generation where courting seems to be extinct. I live in an era of not wanting a title, but still wanting relationship benefits.
I wonder why men no longer want to court women or offer them commitment and marriage. But to answer her question, It simply isn't worth it anymore, which is why men have walked away. Men used to court women and offered them marriage because they were virgins. The reasoning for this is obvious, and research backs this up since virgin women have the lowest divorce rate, and it isn't even close. But they did this to themselves, so it's interesting to see them complain about how men no longer want to be traditional, even though they don't want to be traditional themselves.
You know what I hate and respect at the same time? I was texting with this boy, right? And he took a really long time to respond to me. So I was like super dry back. And I am saying like I replied, but like I might as well not replied. Anyway, I was disrespectfully dry. I would respond to myself. Like truly, I'd be like, girl, like get over yourself. Like you're annoying. Like people are busy, like whatever. But nonetheless, I still replied something super dry. And so he just like left me on scene. And like I would do the same thing to me, but I'm like, damn, stop playing with me. I wasn't serious.
This girl wanted a rich and attractive husband, so she went on LinkedIn and found guys with impressive job titles at tech companies. Once she found a guy who was cute and rich enough for her, she went to his other social media pages and found out what his dad did for a living. Once she found out that the dad taught pottery at a local art studio, she signed up for his 10-week class. Throughout the 10-week class, she's dropping breadcrumbs to other students and the teacher about what kind of guy she's looking for in a long-term relationship. All she did was go to the son's social media page and list out all of his hobbies and say, I'd love to find somebody who does all of these things and has a great job in tech. The dad obviously overhears all of this and is like, oh my gosh, I have a single son who would be perfect for this girl. So the dad called her over after class one night and says, hey, I don't want this to be weird, but if you want to go on a blind date with my son, I'd be happy to ask him to see if he would go out. She's elated, but she keeps her poker face on and is like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you set us up for some drinks? They go on a date and they are vibing. He thinks he found his dream girl and she knows that she found what she wanted because she plucked them off the internet. From what I know, he is about to propose to her, which means she is weeks away from realizing her dream of sitting out by the pool all day while he goes clickety-clack on a keyboard at work all day, bringing home that money.
I have to give it to her. That is a pretty clever way of going about it. But that is also extremely manipulative and dishonest, which should be a cause for concern for him. I hope he doesn't marry her without a prenup, because I highly doubt that is the only time she's going to try to manipulate him to get what she wants.
How old is your daughter?
She's 9 months.
So where's her father? What's going on with you guys?
He's in the hospital, so he's very ill, so I'm looking for like a stepfather.
Wait, so you broke up with him while he's in the hospital?
No, I didn't break up with him.
Were y'all not together when he went to the hospital?
Yeah, we're still together.
Wait, okay.
I'm looking for like, just in case.
Just in case if he passes away?
Right.
There has to be a better way to get the ice off the car. I mean, I'm using a discount card, so I'm only getting 15% off.
I'll see you in this next video.